Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video I'm going to be explaining every single thing that I found out about the Warlords of New York expansion, which is set to release on March 3rd. I'm not going to be going into much depth about these things as there is so much confusion going around the community at the moment. Is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Blah blah blah. So, what I've found through researching different websites, watching different videos and stuff, this is what I know so far. The map size for this expansion is going to be roughly a quarter of the size of the current map in the Division 2. So, the Warlords of New York expansion map will be roughly a quarter of the size of Washington DC. It's set on a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's exactly how it would look if you went to Lower Manhattan. The campaign length, I'm going to say roughly you're going to get around maybe 4 to 6 hours when I'm talking main missions and side missions. Obviously there's grinding, new exotics, new gear, we'll get into that in a moment, but for the main missions and side missions, I'm going to say roughly 4 to 6 hours, 8 at a very push, because there are 5 main missions and there will be 8 side missions. Alongside that we do have 8 control points as well. We have Gear 2.0 and there's a lot of confusion around that at the moment, but I will be doing a video covering it in depth. I'm just not sure when that video will be uploaded because I want to actually get my hands on this stuff and find out more about it first. After we have reached level 40, because currently in the Division 2 you have a level 30 cap, that's being increased to level 40 with this expansion. But after we have reached level 40, there will be an infinite leveling system. So you'll just continue going up levels like we do already, earning the field proficiency caches. But I'm not exactly sure how the rest of it works. There are going to be 2 new enemy factions. We have the Rikers and the Cleaners. I believe we will also get the old factions in New York as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But the Rikers and the Cleaners are from Division 1. They've been changed around and messed around with, basically upgraded. And those are the 2 new factions we will see. Alongside the 5 main missions, 8 side missions, 8 control points, we're going to have 4 safe houses that will become upgradable communities like the theatre settlement that's currently in DC. Our base of operations in New York is going to be called Haven, so we're going to have one over there, which means we don't have to continuously travel back to the White House. Just bear in mind that when you are playing this, you are not allowed to return to Washington DC until you have completed the campaign. Because of the layout of the story and it being about rogue agents, like is built around the Manhunt Foundation, there won't be any level restrictions to the missions, so you can go in there at level 30 and you can just smash out the 5 main missions as soon as you want to. The stat library is something we're getting along with Gear 2.0. Basically, there are going to be 2 of them. You're going to have level 1 to 30 or level 0 to 30. Then you're going to have 31 to 40. So all of the gear you find in New York, if you find a god roll, you'll know it's a god roll because there'll be an orange glow on the stat. You can extract the stat from the item. It will dismantle that piece of gear, so be careful when you do that. But you can extract that stat, put it into a library. The library will save that max stat you have in there, and then you can re-roll that onto as many pieces of gear as you want. Alongside that, weapons will have god rolls as well. Even exotics, as we found out recently. There is a new difficulty coming into the game. Legendary difficulty is going to be 1 up from heroic, and is going to feature variants of the Black Tusk. So instead of the heavies running a restorer hive to heal themselves, they will run a wasp hive, so they'll continuously chuck wasps out whilst they're tracking you down. It's going to be a lot harder. But alongside that, we also have directive settings, which are going to increase the XP we earn, but add stupid modifiers in. So no regen, your armor will never ever regenerate unless you do it manually. There will be no, when you exit a combat area, your armor won't automatically regen. There are different ones like that. They award you extra XP. They will help you level up and make your game tougher. Alongside that, there are global difficulties, so we can now set the open world to heroic if we want to. There's a new thing coming in as well called Seasons, which is essentially like a battle pass type system. The first season will be launching a week after the release, so March 10th is when you'll see the first season. There are 4 districts or 4 regions in this expansion. We have Civic Center, 2 bridges, Financial District and Battery Park. And then the last thing I want to talk about in this video, there's possibly a couple of things I've missed, but I have written a lot of this down as notes, and then some of it's coming off the top of my head. But the last thing I want to speak about, and also so the video's not too long, is all the new gear pieces and stuff we know that are coming into the game. I originally thought there were going to be 8 exotics, and when I recently watched back through the post-show of the reveal, they were having talks and discussions like they do every week on State of the Game, and I heard instead of 8 exotics, there are actually going to be 10 new ones coming into this expansion. So a lot of exotics to grind for. They will also be dropping from the open world, so there won't be set missions and stuff in order to find them. There won't be parts and stuff you need to craft them. There are going to be 2 new gear sets. The one we know of so far is System Corruption. There's also a secret one. There will be 19 new named items, and I believe there's 1 or 2 new weapons as well. When I say items, I mean gear and weapons. So there could be, say, 12 new named weapons and 7 armor pieces or something. 19 altogether. And then last but not least, there are 4 new brand sets. I've spoken about 3 of them in a video. And there are images on Twitter. I can't remember where I saw them, but there is a 4th. I can't pronounce his name. I don't actually know what we're calling this brand set. But there are 4 brand sets, 2 gear sets, 19 named items, and 10 exotics. So, if there is anything from this video you guys want to know in more depth, let me know in the comments, and I will be sure to post videos about it. But that is going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.